Okay, how about a break from the endless riding videos that nobody's commenting on or interested in? I've got a couple of these videos planned where I'm going to do everything I wear, everything I carry, and then like a bike check because I think I should be doing these like every 6 months because there's enough stuff that changes. Even though with my riding gear, maybe not enough stuff changes. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I think these are very interesting. I love hearing your guys' feedback on what you use and what you abuse and what works and what doesn't work. And yeah, there's just so much stuff. This is also the debut of my new sponsor, Whoop. I've worn the Whoop strap before. I've talked about it before. And they are coming in hard with some good sponsorship of the channel, which is going to make things really cool next year, which means I need to kind of think outside the box with some stuff that I can do to make these videos even more gooder. And you guys are all a part of that. So yeah, let me know if you ever have random video ideas. I'm totally up for that too. Yeah, it's just a total collaborative circle of life as I referenced in the video. I just stomped on that joke. All right, let's do this. How about a nice little video here for your weekend? Let's go.
My friends, my job, my obsession, my entire life is mountain biking the best trails in the world and bringing you along with me. Because of that, everything I wear gets put through the ringer, day after day, country after country, ride after ride. My helmet, my jacket, my shoes, everything gets beat up and everything kind of has a little story to tell. So today, I'm gonna give you a review of everything I wear from head to toe. There should be a link to every single product I talk about in the description. If not, I just couldn't find it or it doesn't exist anymore. Some of these links are affiliate links, which means if you spend $1, I earn 7 cents. Some of the products are my own products, so if you spend $1, I earn 50 cents. Win, win, win. I will also try to do my best to disclose if something was sent to me for free or if I spent my own money on it. Maybe I'll have a little logo or icon pop up because it starts to get cumbersome every single time you're talking about something. So let's get to it. Head to toe, top to bottom. This is the Smith Forefront 2 helmet, protects my noggin. I like wearing a white helmet, even though it's very dirty and kind of nasty right now, because it's easy to spot. If you're looking for your friends, if you happen to go over the side of a ravine and search and rescue is looking for you, having a white helmet is very, very beneficial. I think I wear a lot of dark colors normally, even though my bike is pretty bright. Having a bright helmet is actually kind of a little weird thing that nobody talks about, but I think it's a good idea. This helmet has MIPS, which is a technology that helps with side impacts. It also has this choroid stuff, which is like a bunch of straws put through. It means it's less ventilated, but hopefully more protective. I've never had a hit on my helmet. I've touched my head on the ground before, but I've never had an impact with a helmet. And you're always balancing lightness and comfortability with protection. So yeah, I dig this helmet. It's comfortable, it's light enough. I think it's probably not as heat dissipating. It's probably not as cool as it could be, but I think the protection's there and that's what matters most. I was previously wearing this POC Tectile helmet, and when you pick this thing up now, it just feels like a big nothing. It just feels like a piece of styrofoam versus the Smith helmet, which actually feels a little more structurally sound. You know, there's no MIPS in this thing. It's very bare bones. It's very almost scary to think that if you hit a tree with this, what is gonna happen? Not that the Forefront 2 is that much better, but it just feels a little bit more sturdy than this. And now for something completely different and awesome, the Whoop strap. I'm super excited to announce that Whoop is now a sponsor of this channel, making things possible that I never would have dreamed. The next year in the van and all this stuff is going to be so cool, and Whoop is going to help a lot with that. The Whoop strap is a 24/7 heart rate monitor. I wear it when I sleep, I wear it when I work out, I wear it when I'm sitting at the computer, and all that data gets logged and aggregated and displayed for you to actually be able to take action and learn what your body is doing and to become a better athlete. For example, last night I got 8 hours and 14 minutes of sleep, which hit my 100% need of sleep, which is awesome. But my recovery is still only at 56%, which is okay, but not great. That means that I can't really do a big, hard workout today, or I would be overtaxing my body and overstraining, and that's not good. Whoop is on the cutting edge of this stuff. They give you the tools to figure out what your training is doing, what your body's doing, how your sleep is going. It's only gonna get better. This is just the beginning of this technology. I'm super excited to finally be able to dial myself in and get faster on the bike. If you're interested, check out the link in the description and use code BKXC when you sign up. It's very cool thing. It's only gonna get better. And you'll be hearing more about Whoop as I show it off on my rides and my sleep and my performance, all that good stuff. I very rarely wear a full face helmet, but when I do, I'm wearing the Troy Lee Designs stage helmet at the moment. Feels pretty comfortable. There's some weird acoustic stuff when you're going down a trail. You all of a sudden hear weird things coming in, just however the way the ear holes are shaped. It's just very bizarre. It's actually a little disconcerting sometimes. You think someone's like right next to you, but it's actually the sound from your own bike. It is a nice and light helmet. It has the MIPS technology in it. But man, if it's a full face helmet, do you really want it to be light? If you're putting this thing on and you're saying to yourself, hey, things are gonna get more dangerous, do you really want it to be more light? I don't know. I basically only have this one because it has the mount through the through the chin thing, so I can put my camera on it. Because my other Leat helmet, which is much more heavy, much more beefy, it has this kind of grate on the front, and I don't know, I don't want to be tearing the helmet apart. I guess I could just cut through it, but this thing feels like the real deal compared to this thing feeling like a kind of a light feathery thing. It's really up to you to what kind of level of protection you want. Obviously, you can go on and on with armor and neck braces and armor yourself up. It never ends, but our heads are so important. I have decently big ears, so getting a full face helmet on is always uncomfortable. I have to really make an effort to pull apart the Troy Lee stage to get it on over my ears, and same thing with the Leat one. When I first tried the Leat one on, I was like, oh man, is this actually gonna work? But I got better and better at kind of spreading the helmet out and putting it on. And you can't talk about helmets without talking about sunglasses and goggles. I've got these Riders eyewear something. I think they're the Squamish model, but there's no name on these. These were given out at the BC bike race in my little swag bag, and I've been wearing them and I've been enjoying them. I have fought a mighty battle with sunglasses since I started riding my mountain bike. I can't seem to find that happy medium of something that doesn't break, that doesn't get scratched up, that is too light, that is too dark, that doesn't fall off my nose in heavy, rough terrain. The best thing about these is that you can wear them while you're driving, you can wear them out in public, you don't look like an idiot. They look great while you're riding, any situation. The form is pretty good, the function's pretty good, the style is superb. I've been previously running the Smith Attack Max glasses, which have all these cool features and they look so cool, even though you don't look cool if you're wearing these out in public. If you're on the trail, they look cool. But man, in the end, they just got so scratched up and so beat up and so, tarnished by sweat. They started rusting out. It just didn't work. I also thought it would be so cool because I got the Smith glasses and the Smith helmet and they all go together seamlessly. So when you're not riding, you put your glasses in the top. It's a cool thing. It just doesn't really matter. It's not that big of a deal. And while we're still talking about glasses and helmets, I don't seem to get a bad head pinch when I'm wearing these glasses with this helmet. Some people have said, oh, you're supposed to wear the glasses on the outside of the helmet and wrap them on the outside, but I don't know about that. I just put my glasses on, put my helmet on, and sometimes I'll get a headache, kind of if something's pinching too tight, and I'm kind of always messing with the helmet, but this combination has worked pretty good. When even the Smith combination, I feel like I got a headache every once in a while because who knows, but I blame it on the glasses and the helmet. If things start getting dusty, I'll put my Smith Squad MTB Chroma Pop goggles on. They do pretty good, but I have a big nose and this thing pushes down on my nose way too much. If I wear it and I'm narrating a video, you can kind of hear that something's kind of weird and my voice sounds kind of different. So anyone with a big nose out there, is there any goggles you've worn that help, that don't feel like they're pushing down, restricting your airflow and making you talk like Kermit the Frog. If I'm out for a ride, I'm usually pretty easy to spot with my white helmet and my orange jersey with the gray sleeves. Repping the BKXC jersey. I love this thing. I've got 3 of them because you can never have too many. You gotta smell good. When one's kind of funky, you swap it out and you get another one on. And of course, to match up with the BKXC jersey, you gotta be wearing the BKXC gloves, orange and gray, looking good, with the very, very simple message that I believe to my core on the palms: just go ride. It doesn't matter what bike you're riding. It doesn't matter what clothes you're wearing. All that matters is that you get out and you ride. Don't worry about the fads. Don't worry about anything. Just go ride. Just enjoy it. That's the only thing I want you guys to do. And of course, to round out the kit and caboodle, you got the BKXC socks, which match the orange on everything. All orange and gray all the time. And this season of merch was all a collaboration with Hand Up Gloves. They make really cool stuff. I've been wearing their gloves for years now. If you're not into the orange, you know, they got all kinds of different colors on their website. When I'm feeling like a long sleeve shirt, I break out my Marmot shirt. I've got 2 or 3 of these in different colors. The fit, the form, the function of these shirts is awesome. It's great to find something that you really love and you're like, oh God, I gotta buy more of these before they go out of style or they don't sell them anymore. This Marmot shirt has been super good, taking it all over the world, crashed on it a few times, and I could probably use a little patch there. But I like wearing the long sleeve even on hotter days just for sun protection. You can always roll up the sleeves if you wanna get them out of the way. Big time thumbs up for the old Marmot. When I feel like I don't wanna be as flashy in my BKXC jersey, I'll break out my Kettle jersey. If you're familiar with Kitsbo, it's kind of the similar kind of look and feel and fit where it's a really nice, like kind of, what would you, it's not hipster, it's not professional, it's just really nice. It's not J. Crew, it's not Abercrombie, it's just, I like it. I really like the style this thing is going. I've crashed on this one as well. I got holes in all my stuff. I like this so much, I got 3 of these and then I got a couple of the long sleeve ones. Kettle is currently going through a bit of a reboot right now, so this might not be available to buy, which is the worst tease in the world, I know, but stay tuned. I think they're gonna get back up and running soon. Okay, we're still above the waist. We're still in this region right here. So we gotta talk about jackets. I use this awesome Gore jacket. Of course, I forget the actual model name of all this stuff. That's why I've got the links in the description. This is a real rain jacket. Before I had kind of like a weatherproof jacket. This is the real deal. If it rains, it will actually bead off. You won't get soaking wet. I use this in Tibet. I use this everywhere, and it has been a very, very good windbreaker and rain breaker. I hesitated so much for so long because this stuff is expensive. But when you buy the good stuff, it lasts long and you'll have it and you won't be cold and you won't be suffering and you'll just, it was worth it. If it's a really cold day, I will wear this REI black fleece underneath my red rain jacket, and holy crap, I've had this thing for maybe 15 years. This is like my oldest, most trusted, most best piece of kit I've ever bought. Like, when you buy stuff sometimes from REI or other high quality retailers, you have something that is going to last a lifetime. I'm totally blown away that this little fleece has been everywhere with me, up and down, and has been a great little piece of kit. This is probably one that they don't sell anymore, and then I won't be able to find a link in the description. Okay, like I said, we're still above the belt, which means I've got to talk about bags. Bags, bags, bags. This video is not going to cover everything I carry in this bag, only everything I wear. I'm gonna do a whole nother video of everything I carry because I think those videos are very, very helpful. You guys help me because you suggest products, I suggest products. It's the circle of life. The Evoc Explorer Pro 30 is my main bag. Probably 98% of my rides, I'm wearing this big old thing, and I like having all the room, all the pockets to be able to carry everything and not have to compromise. But I guess the compromise is that it's a big bag. That's the compromise. But being able to have a rain jacket, a lunch, all my camera gear, spare parts, tools, I just don't have to worry. I can carry it all, and my only limit is my back and my fitness. I've been to hell and back with this thing, and it has not disappointed. It has not worn out. It's been thrown around, busted around, and it actually doesn't even look like it's that worn out. I mean, this little star is coming off, but otherwise it looks like it's in pretty good shape for giving it such a beating over maybe more than a year. I wish I knew when I actually got this. I don't know. The one big gripe about this bag is that I'm a skinny guy, and I think a lot of mountain bikers are skinny guys, but this is not built for a skinny guy whatsoever. When I try to put this around my waist, I have to cinch it down as tight as I possibly can. It's got all this extra flappage. It's not meant for someone with a 31-inch waist. Kind of the same problem with the shoulder straps. I have to cinch them down very tight, and then it means I just have all this extra strappage flapping about. Usually this little keeper here, this little elastic holds in the strap pretty well, but probably at least one time a ride I have to stop and kind of put all the straps together. I suppose I could cut the strap, I could burn it with a lighter, and that would pretty much solve the problem. I kind of always hate doing that because it kind of puts you past the point of no return if you mess something up. This thing has a pretty cool helmet carry system that I've used quite a lot in my travels. It also has an awesome rain cover built into the bottom of this thing. Also helps with being videoed. If you want a nice bright color when someone's following you, the Evoc Red is really nice. Plenty of pockets to put everything. There's no lack of space in this bag. It's worth it to get the big one and just go for it. I also have the Evoc Stage 12, but I never use it. It's just too small. It looks good, it's all slim. You can put a decent amount of stuff in here, but once you need to carry a rain jacket and a lunch, no go. You just can't squeeze it in if you've already got 2 liters of water in this thing. It's just too small. Even though it looks like a decent sized bag, it can't handle much. On the rare occasion that I can wear a hip pack, that I'm not filming and the ride is short enough where I don't need to carry a bunch of water and gear, I will wear the Evoc Hip Pack Pro 3-liter version. I usually throw some kind of bottle of liquid in here, keep a bottle of liquid on my bike, a couple snacks, my tools. It actually fits a decent amount of stuff if you're gonna try to go naked, if you're gonna try to go minimal. The hip strap pretty much has the same problem as the hip strap on the Pro. My waist is too small, this thing is too big. It is what it is. It doesn't flop around too much. You kind of have to keep it cinched down. It's not perfect. All hip bags that I've ever worn flop around, so it is what it is. That comes with the territory. But I like it. I like that rare occasion when you can go for a ride and feel naked and just enjoy it and not be burdened down with all kinds of crap. All right, let's talk about the unmentionables now. I've got the Pearl Izumi Men's Select Liner Short here. I bought 5 of these because I was gonna do BC Bike Race. So that means I did 7 days, so I had to reuse them a couple times. But I finally found a liner short that is really good and isn't $100. I think these are about $45. You'll have to check the link in the description if you wanna know, but it was just nice to find something reasonable that feels good. I'm not a big complainer about my butt, you know. For the BC Bike Race, when it was day after day, 30 miles after 30 miles, I wore chamois cream and that helped. But yeah, no complaints about these things. Now I've got 5 of these and they'll last forever. And I'm very, very happy to find something that fits, looks good. Well, doesn't matter what it looks like, but it fits, it's good, I like it. My current choice of short is the Kettle Overshort. Like I talked about before, Kettle's kind of going through a little bit of a reboot. I don't know if these will actually be available, but I like them. I like the way they look. They feel good. They don't get hung up on my saddle, which happens from time to time with shorts. They're baggy enough, but not too baggy. Enough pockets, enough good fit, everything you want in a short. Haven't been wearing them long enough to really know how durable they're gonna be, but so far so good. When I'm not wearing my BKXC socks selling seashells by the seashore, I wear my Sonia Looney Do Epic Sheet socks, and they are really, really cool. It's neat where socks actually give you like a good feeling when you put them on. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna do some epic stuff today. So I like these things. Check them out. Let's talk about shoes now. I wear the 510 Kestrel lace shoes. These things have taken an absolute beating and they are lovely. They are stiff where you need them to be stiff. You can still hike a bike in these shoes. They really, they look really beat up, but I think I've had these more than a year and a half. I should have a timeline for all this stuff, but it is what it is. I don't know, but they've taken such a beating and they still keep coming. I felt like it was about time. It seemed like maybe something catastrophic could happen, but actually when I'm looking at this is not too bad. This is delaminating a bit, but I found a deal online for 60 bucks and bought a brand new pair. I think they were on sale because the color wasn't selling that well. But hey, now I've got a brand new pair. I'll be good for another 18 months or so of very aggressive riding, hiking through rocks, just not having to think about my feet. That is the coolest thing about having a good piece of gear. I really, really like these shoes because I don't think about my feet. It's so funny when you get something that relieves all that stress and anxiety and pain, and then you think like, wait, oh yeah, those last shoes I had, I was always thinking about my feet and I was always beating up my feet and they would hurt after a ride. Not with these. These are excellent. And we've got one last thing, my Scott Grenade. Oh God, there's the grenade and then there's the this and the that. What's the name? Scott Grenade Evo knee guards. And I think they've come out with new ones since, so these ones might not even be for sale anymore, but I really, really like these things. The material, the fit, how tight you can get them without moving around. You don't even think about them when you're on a ride. When you are really sweaty and you take them off, you're like, oh, wow, that feels so good. But when you're riding and you have them on, you really don't think about it. You do have to take your shoes off to put these on and off, so that's a little bit of a sacrifice, but I think it's worth it for how well these actually stick to your knees. On the 4th day in Spain, I crashed on these knee pads and I actually hit a spot where there's no protection. There's protection here, here, and here, but a rock kind of just jutted right through, hit me in the knee. Luckily, it didn't slow me down too much, and maybe the knee pad really, really did help, but when I looked at it after and it's like, God, it's right in the spot where there's no protection. What the heck? It's a pain trying to keep these things clean. I finally kind of gave up and put them in the washing machine. Hopefully that doesn't mess them up too bad. I don't put them in the dryer because I think that really would kind of the heat and everything. I just leave them out to air dry. That is the #1 downfall. It's so hard to keep these clean and not feeling stinky and sweaty and slimy. Just touching them right now, not a very good feeling. But I think they've saved my butt many times. I feel a little more confident having them on. When I'm not wearing knee pads now, you feel so naked and it just feels wrong, like you're gonna bite the dust. There we go, head to toe, everything I wear on a mountain bike ride. Most of this stuff has been suggested by you guys. I'm always in the comments. I'm always reading what you guys have to say. Let me know if there's some other piece of gear that you really, really love, that you've beat on and that has survived the test of time. That's what this is all about. I'm gonna have a few more of these videos eventually about everything I carry in my bag, bike check thing. I owe you guys all those videos. I'm gonna try to do them every 6 months to kind of keep you up to speed on what I'm doing, what I'm wearing, what I've got, what bugs me, all that good stuff. But until then, thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you on the trail.